Hey, what's up, listeners? Just a reminder to check the description for any information mentioned in the episode. Also, contact the crew on Twitter at What's the Remedy, on IG at What's the Remedy Podcast, or email us at What's the Remedy Podcast at gmail.com with any questions, comments, concerns, or topics. And don't forget to give us 5 stars and leave a review on iTunes, SoundCloud, or YouTube. Now let's get this show started.
Our community has like this big taboo. Nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to be like, oh, no, it's not that bad. Nobody wants to admit that anybody's depressed or having any type of issues.
Right.
They feel like, well, you got a roof over your head and you got a job, this, that, and the other. You ain't got no reason to feel no type of way about nothing. And that's nowhere close to being true. Like,
the bills coming early and your girl is the latest, and she's saying that she's down, but the crib always vacant, and you do $1 worth, but it's pennies that you making, and you trying to be the greatest. You gotta get creative when you from the side of town where the kids hardly make it, and you try to eat your pie, but the pigs always hating, and your freedom's on the line, and it's years that you facing, and you trying to be the greatest. You gotta get creative.
What's up? This is What's the Remedy Podcast. It's your boy, Dr. J.
Day one.
And Ashley Ray is out sick this week, so we got a special guest in the house tonight.
Oh, yeah.
You can introduce yourself, or you want me to do an introduction?
I mean, you can give me an introduction. I'm close.
Oh, this is my very, very good friend of the show, Danetta. Shout out you, Danetta. We call you D, Danetta D.
Danetta D.
Danetta.
All the initials fit. It's cool.
All right.
Yeah, Ashley Ray will be back next week. She's on the weather at the party in Miami.
Yeah, no, she turning up for nigga weekend in Miami.
Yeah.
Goals.
Went to Nigga Beach.
Man, no.
Goals.
I've been to Miami on Memorial Day weekend. It's not somewhere you want to be. Like, well, I mean, it depends on what type of nigga you are. It may be somewhere you want to be. But
Yeah.
Goals.
I didn't like it. You should try it. I think for women, because we even talked to Ashley about it, for women, it's probably a good look.
Goals.
Y'all get into all the places and niggas out there trying to stunt and spend money anyway, so.
Yeah, I seen one of the clothes, like, they charged like $200.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Because we went, I think we tried to get into Live at one time, and they were taxing out the ass for niggas to come in, but they were trying to get females in. So.
And where the females gonna be, y'all always coming.
Right.
So,
and niggas is paying that $100-$200 entry fee to go into the club, and I'm like, nigga, I ain't got it. I'll wait outside.
I'll catch you when you come outside.
Yeah. We gonna catch the spiel.
so as I say it again, goals.
Yeah.
Ashley living her best life. I aspire to be like you.
Man, that's why she out sick now.
Yeah.
Well, that's not part of my goals. So there's that.
Nah, but but how was y'all's weekend? How was your week on Mr. Wash?
We're going to get into that a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But it was okay. You know what I'm saying? The birthday weekend.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday,
Yeah,
Mr. Wash.
Appreciate it. Didn't do shit. But we're going to talk about just the whole mental part of it.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you don't ever do shit on the weekend because you always be working anyway.
But not necessarily.
Oh.
Well, what I'm saying, since I've been doing this shift with up.
Yeah.
So,
I said you've been working a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Danetta D?
I mean, I might have stepped out for a little moment
Oh,
at a little
shit.
brunch,
Okay.
At bar 5015. A little bit.
Man, I'm kind of mad because I saw people at bar, I saw you at bar 5015. I saw some other people at bar 5015. Man, I've been going there for like the past couple weeks and nobody be there.
Okay, well, number one, I'll never go out.
That's what I'm
Let's
saying.
get that understood first. But my homegirl's moving to Atlanta this weekend, so we were giving her little send off. So.
I missed that too because I met her for like the first time
She's awesome.
on my
people.
birthday.
Taylor is awesome. People.
Yeah.
Shout out to Taylor.
Yeah, shout her out for real because like when I first met her for my birthday, she bought me a drink.
That's
So
Taylor.
yeah, she cool people. So yeah, shout out to her moving to Atlanta and all that though. Yeah, so my weekend pretty much the same. I went out a little bit. Actually, no, my weekend was pretty damn busy because like Friday I ended up going to that Motown review thing, which is lit. If y'all ain't never gone, y'all should hit the Motown review. It's a good look.
Issue.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We went Friday, which was cool, but I saw that like a lot of people saying like the weather got bad on Saturday night because it was raining hard.
storming.
It was a tsunami outside.
Right.
What you mean?
That's what I'm saying. It was storming on Saturday, and folks was out there, so I felt bad for them. But Friday night it was clear, so I mean, it was a nice look on Friday. And plus the fact, like usually I go on like Saturday or Sunday, and it's always like real crowded and it's hard to get a seat and all that. But Friday night, for some reason, it's not that bad. I guess people don't want to come from work and go to it or whatever, but
Yeah, if I go, I'm going on Friday night.
Yeah,
It look nice on Friday.
yeah, Friday nights are good nights to be there. So I did that. Then Saturday had to hit a backyard party for somebody's graduation party, and then Sunday, I was at my homeboy Mark got married. Well, he got married. He got engaged, and it was his birthday. So shout out to Dr. Mark. And so we had a party downtown for that. It was nice. And then of course yesterday, when the Washington Rockets lose their ass in Game 7.
Lose.
Got to watch the Rockets lose.
All of Houston hurt too, like a bitch.
Hurt.
Now, you know what? And the thing is, I was going, like, my whole point was, I was like, I don't want to stay at home. I don't want to watch the game at home and nothing like that. I was like, I'm going to go nearer to, like, downtown. Because, like, if they win, like, because, like, when the Astros won, downtown got lit. So I'm like, shit, you know, if Rockets win this game, this might be, you know, it might be turned. So I'm like, let's go. We went to a little spot, a little hookah lounge, closer than me. To downtown, which don't take much because I live way out there. Yeah, so we went to a little spot. It was good. Rockets were up 11 at the half. I was hyped. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, we finna do this thing. And then, of course, the niggas lose in the third quarter like they do all the time. So,
yep. I went to a little sports bar after, like, right after the game was over. My partner was up there, so I met him up there. And talking to the waitress, it's like everything that cleared out. And she was just like, yeah, it was really packed in here. And it lost, and
yeah, everybody just left.
The boys was hurt. Y'all had to go cry in the car.
That's exactly what happened. Because
I did. I was. What's that song? What's that Whitney Houston song? Why does it hurt so bad? I was in my head.
Don't be.
Why does it hurt so bad? Why do I feel so sad?
No, man, but like even the spot I was at, the same thing happened. Everybody cleared out. Like it was like the whole thing turned to a little ghost town. I'm like, God damn.
John was butthurt, and then like I was sitting up here laughing on the damn timeline. Boy, y'all was in a special type of pain.
Hey, because it was the hopes. The hopes is what kills people. Like when your expectation, your hopes get up there, you just get real disappointed.
I guess because you know my team just not starting to be about something once again. So I've been hurting for a long time.
Yeah, well, I mean, and you know, Rockets. It's been the first time they've done this in a while. So you know, people are real excited about it. Yeah.
To get this close and have a team that good, it's like
I mean they.
Fuck you, Kevin Durant with your nappy ass. Need a brush.
Man, did y'all see that interview that I forgot who did the interview, but they were interviewing Draymond Green, and they asked him, you know, have y'all ever had a finals like this before? Mm-hmm. And then they were like, wait, well, what about that OKC one where you know OKC was up 3-1? And Draymond was like, well, no, we don't talk about that because my man right here, you know, because Kevin Durant was standing right there, you know, because Kevin Durant was on that team that blew that 3-1 lead.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about that. We just recruit niggas like that.
Yeah,
so James Harden, your phone might be going off.
Yeah, we recruit everybody that we beat, and then we beat everybody with them too. So
he like his breath thing. Fuck Draymond.
Hell yeah.
Like he breathed through his mouth.
He's an ugly nigga.
Mouth breathing ass.
He's an ugly nigga.
That nigga look like the bottom of a shoe.
Hell yeah. Nah, that nigga
ugly. Rubber soul face head ass.
Yeah. But then, overall, the weekend was good. Glad everybody enjoyed their little Memorial Day weekend for the most part. Got back to work hurting.
Bruh.
Tired.
Memorial Day don't owe me shit.
I just want to go to sleep. In fact, when we get done here, that's probably what I'm going to do is go to sleep. I need to work out, but I'm probably going to go to sleep, though.
There's something about it, though. Now
man, put that sweaty vest on and get to work. I might do that at this thing, too.
Yeah, shit, I need to.
Something about it, though. Come on.
I got Vegas in August, so I got to get ready.
I got a cruise in September, so I kind of need to get ready for that, too. But shit.
Yeah, I'm trying to be out there in the pool. Baby oil.
Hey, I don't even care.
Like, sexy, flexy.
It don't matter what I look like when I hit this cruise. Can't nobody body shame me. I'm gonna be out there. I'm just gonna take my shirt off.
Out there in the nigga Nova shorts.
What? I can't wait to be in Vegas. They gonna be like, oh, we got nigga Nova on, girl. I'm like, goddamn right.
Yeah, because they drop in June. So by the time they come around,
I'll be ready.
I have a couple fits.
Out there, you know what I'm saying? The white girls will pull me like, hey, how you doing? I'm saying, how you doing?
Yeah.
Had these calves all oiled up and stuff.
Hey, you remember when niggas used to shave their legs?
Yeah.
Like, I ain't never got into that phase. But
like I say, I manscape, but not that like that.
That expensive.
Yeah.
Like I'm saying, you don't want the taco meat, you know what I'm saying? Stuff
yeah,
like
I get rid of this hair. You know what I'm saying? In the chest. I get rid of some of that chest hair, but I ain't shaving my legs, doing all that stuff. I can't.
Yeah, you gotta do your chest and stuff. You gotta do other areas too sometimes.
Yeah,
Please
you gotta clean up.
You got weed whack.
Please do. Please do.
You gotta
Hey, because I
clean up.
wanted to be in a pleasurable experience for you. I don't want you going through the jungle and be like, God damn.
When you picking hairs out your teeth.
You know what I'm saying? Do all kind of crazy shit. I just need you to be like, hey.
Nigga got a whole jungle down here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's prep, whatever. Hey, grass is freshly mowed. Freshly mowed. I can't be like, y'all just have it all naked. I ain't think go that far.
I mean,
waxing and stuff.
Some niggas do.
Yeah, some people do.
You know, I heard, and this is like way off subject, but you know, I heard that like people using air before. You ever heard them using air? That shit seems like it'd be like, I'd be kind of scared of it. Like, ain't they gonna burn a little bit or something?
Hey, when you trying shit out as an adolescent. I tried that before.
Oh no, I ain't never tried
that before.
I use straight clippers.
Yeah, straight clippers is the way to go. Razors and shit, and hell
Nah, no razors, straight clippers.
Because I don't see how like dudes be getting everything cut off down there. Because
they go get waxed too. I promise you. It's just though they be sneaky about the shit.
Like getting balls waxed.
Like
no, I can't do it.
I promise you, they be sneaky about the shit. Cause like my little person, she be like, yeah. She be like, the dudes be running in. She be like, and I be like, how the hell do you get in here and don't nobody see you? She's like, they all be sneaky. They come like early in the day.
I mean, that is smart. That's smart.
Come through, get their little situation taken care of, do a whole full body manscape and going on.
See,
they be getting the back, everything.
I've just got comfortable getting my feet done.
Oh yeah, no, and it's real comfortable too getting pedicures. Because I like getting pedicures.
Yeah, this pretty space, very relaxing. You go to the right place, get your nice little drink.
Yeah,
get your feet.
Now, like I said, you go to Lush over there by me. They got that full bar and a pedicure. It's lit. I'm telling you.
I'm about a level under bougie. We still just get little mimosa, little champagne.
Hey,
I don't know.
And the price is about the same. It ain't too bad, but it's just it has a full bar. I heard there's another place over there on the south side that do that too, though.
I think it's a place in Pearland.
No, it's a place in Pearland, yeah.
That's the one that got like the mansion looking spot, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one in Pearland.
And stuff. I guess just like my LB told me one day, he was like, I got bad feet. My feet look like hobbies. He was like, he said, my family got hobby feet. He said, so I gotta get my shit done.
Yeah.
And I was like, I ain't knocking you for it, but I don't know. But after I got it done, I was like, yeah, this is a must. After maybe a month or two, whatever, gotta come back. Because it's like, you got diabetes, whatever, you won't get your feet cut off. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother always say, hey, keep your feet clean. And so, I understand it.
It's like anything else when with niggas experimenting with stuff. You know, you get told for so long that it's gay or there's something wrong with it. Then like you finally try it and you're like, oh,
I'm with the shit.
Okay, this ain't bad. You know, pedicures, eating pussy, all that falls into the same bracket.
All that falls because like that was like a taboo thing.
Yeah,
in high school, everybody was like, oh my god, you're doing that, whatever. And like I say, I was played sports in high school and I was in the band and stuff.
Yeah.
So like niggas I was in the band with that went to college. They was like, you ain't eating pussy? Talking about how you expect. Yeah, they was like, they helped you turn the skills on my notes and shit. You got to get there. Yeah. So, they were right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. Pedicures in that same boat. Like, everybody tell you, oh, that shit gay. And then, like, you go try it and you're like, you know what? No. I actually enjoy this.
Then you have your woman who appreciates a man with taking care of feet.
Yeah. Like, I just want my feet to be ugly.
Yeah,
you know. You don't want them coming over, cutting up your sheets and shit.
And the little Asian ladies always tell me, they're like, oh, your feet are so nice. They're so soft. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's like, okay, Sue Kim. Go ahead.
Be feeling this, yeah.
He's like, go ahead, Sue Kim, gas me up a little bit. So I was like, I told one female before we was talking about like manscaping and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I manscape. And it was like, oh, you do this? And then I was like, yeah. I was like, I do my chest, stuff like that. But I have to do also down there. Because I was like, hair holds odor. Mm-hmm. So you have to, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh my God, thank you. Because a lot of dudes don't think about that. And I'm like, you got to.
A lot of dudes have problems with hygiene, period.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because you grown as hell out here not doing this, that, and the other, smelling like.
And don't use the excuse, ain't nobody told me, I ain't never had a father figure. Fuck that. You know you stink.
You know when you stink, dog.
You know what I'm saying?
You can smell yourself.
Your grandmother then told your ass to put some powder on.
And the very least,
you smell like outside.
You done, like people talk about belly button. Like you done dug your finger in your belly button before and been like, oh shit, I need to clean that motherfucker. Yeah, they stink. You know what I'm saying? Like, didn't nobody have to teach you that. Yeah. You know when you stink. But yeah, so we're going to move right along. We gonna get into the main segment today because we done got all the way off track talking about belly button lint and eating pussy.
Oh yeah.
All right, so
I'm just here.
So the main segment for today. We're gonna talk about the check yourself. Is gonna be about just mental health awareness because May is Mental Health Awareness Month. When this drops, it'll be like May 30th, so it'll be right at the end of May.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure we close out just kind of addressing some mental health awareness, mental health concerns. You know, because like I do some therapy. I'm actually gonna get back into it deep this summer, seeing a lot more clients and everything. But we just want to kind of address some misconceptions over mental health and things like that. So
It's a lot of them.
since we got the Netta here, we can get your feedback on like how do you feel about our community and mental health in general, I guess.
I feel like our community has like this big taboo. Nobody wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to be like, oh no, it's not that bad. Nobody wants to admit that anybody's depressed or having any type of issues.
Right.
They feel like, well, you got a roof over your head and you got a job, this, that, and the other. You ain't got no reason to feel no type of way about nothing. And that's nowhere close to being true.
Right.
Like, or if they do admit to having something, they be like, well, the only person you should be talking to is God and your pastor about it. And God put all of these doctors and this, that, and the other here to help you with that.
And I think that, like, even with us, especially, like, I know when I came up, a lot of the stuff that we went through, even if it was not necessarily just a mind thing or depression, but, like, if it was a traumatic experience, like something happened at the house, like, you were always taught to kind of keep family business in the house.
Business,
like,
and that's one of the worst things ever. Like,
everybody has skeletons in their closet and shit.
Yeah.
Nobody want to get out family issues. And stuff.
right, or you have Uncle JoJo who done been touching on whoever all these years and nobody ever comments on it. But y'all expect little Darlene, who he was touching on, to be just fine and I had no problems. That's not how that works.
That was just Uncle JoJo being Uncle. He just love you.
Yeah, you gotta keep the kids. Don't let him around them kids. That's all you gotta tell.
Don't let them around them kids. Or if y'all come around them kids, y'all need to be fully clothed, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, watch what you wear and watch how your little girls are around Uncle JoJo, whatever, and all that. Yeah, that's what we do. Instead of like actually getting help and doing things to actually combat it.
But they tell you like Uncle JoJo in the room, they're like, what's wrong with them kids? Uncle JoJo right now. Hey, go around now.
Go
check on them kids.
Yeah. Like you kind of like, why I gotta go check on them?
You don't catch it until you get older. Like why they always tell you, hey, no, go back over there and make sure the kids are all right.
Go see if my watch still back there in the room and stuff like that. Because Cliff here.
Yeah.
So, you know Cliff will steal anything if it ain't nailed down.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like we know when something's wrong with people.
Where my purse at? You know what I'm saying? Go put my purse in the other room. Like,
oh yeah, I remember that. Hey, go put my purse up in the closet. Don't leave that purse out. and that's terrible. Yeah, put it up at the top shelf. Yeah. And push it off to the side a little bit. Like, and it's terrible that we know there's something wrong with our people, but we just be like, okay, we just gonna work around it. Yeah. Rather than actually fix it, we just gonna work around it.
Put a band-aid over the shit instead of getting to the root of the problem and fixing it.
Yeah, and that's and I think that's where like our whole issue with like therapy and everything else comes from, because it's like, okay, we could actually address it, but that means we got to bring somebody outside in order to address it. Because I think family therapy would be good for people too. That,
and a lot of people don't like to have a mirror in front of their face that something is wrong.
Right.
Nobody ever wants to admit that part. Like,
oh yeah, because I've heard that a lot. Because I've talked to people before, just in general, since I became licensed and everything. And I've been like, okay, well, you should probably look into therapy. Like, I can't give you therapy, but I mean, everybody should. I feel like everybody has a reason to go to counseling in one way or another, whether it be relationship counseling, just day-to-day counseling because your work day is stressful or whatever. Yes. I mean, I feel like everybody has a reason, but every time I tell somebody that, they be like, oh, no.
Ain't nothing wrong with me.
Ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong with me. I don't need no therapy. I ain't crazy.
Everybody got their shit, and that's the other thing that I hate. Everybody wants to put that stigma on if somebody's going to therapy that they crazy or something wrong with them. That ain't it. These people trying to make it through their day-to-day livelihood.
Right. And life is hard.
That's the hard thing, a bitch.
Like, you can't deny that everybody needs something, because, like, I just, like, my work day, just on a regular day, well, not now because my job pretty easy now, but, like, when I was working with kids regularly, and I had like 30, 40 kids at a time that I was working with at one time, and them kids is bad. Like, I think that's what really made me really start thinking about counseling and therapy, because I was like, dog, I need to unwind at the end of almost every day because I got so much stress and piling shit on to me, and not only you deal with badass kids, but you deal with administrators and that kind of stuff. So just in my profession, I know that people need therapy. So I know in other professions, I mean, shit, work is stressful. Co-workers are stressful.
Bro, adulting is stressful as a whole.
Yeah, bills are stressful.
Bills are stressful.
Adulting is a scam. I just want to go on record for that.
I want to just backtrack. And like I said, I think I said it last week. I just want to go back and tell people in college, man, just stay there. Just don't even leave. Just don't leave. Just stay in college, man. This ain't worth it.
Yeah, you don't want these problems.
Yeah,
all this adult shit.
Just keep taking classes and rack up about $1 million on Sally Mae real quick and see what happens.
Yeah, you ain't gonna pay it all anyway.
It ain't even Sally no more. It's Navient.
Navient.
I'm gonna say you ain't gonna pay it anyway.
I know you're not gonna pay it off anyway, so just keep racking it up.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? And this is off subject, but I was having this conversation the other day. What happens? Okay, so how do they get the money if you die?
They harass your family.
That's what I figured they do. And I was like, okay, well, if they harass your family, that don't really matter because all they can do is stop, responding to them. But like they have no way to get money from you once you're dead.
But what they'll do, like they won't even let your body be cold in the ground.
Oh,
they'll start calling your people and be like, well, I'm sorry to hear such and such passed away, but they had this much due and we need our money.
Yeah, I mean, because and the thing is, like, we dealt with that when my dad passed, but like, he didn't have no student loans or nothing, so it was like, because older people don't really have student loans like that, and he didn't go to college anyway. He went for like a year, but like, so the few debtors that did call, it was like, okay, like, yeah, he's deceased. Like, my mama would start just answering, like, he's deceased, and like, well, we just trying to see how y'all wanted to work out. Well, he's deceased. Take
that how you want it.
Yeah, like,
can't get no money from no damn man.
Yeah, for real. Because at that point, when you don't have a person that's living that cosign on something, whatever case may be, it's like you ain't gonna get this money. Because who you gonna bill? You can call or harass me as a family member, but if I ain't on none of the paperwork for whatever was the bill that you have,
it's nothing you can do. That's it. That's the bottom line. But yeah, that's just my thought process on it, because I was like, man, the student loans are a trip. But like, one of the other things I hate so one of the other things I wanted to clear up was, and I think I saw a post about this on Twitter or something one day, about the difference between having a psychiatrist and going to like a therapist or a counselor and that kind of stuff. So people are like, well, I don't want to see a psychiatrist because that's what they consider a shrink. Those are the people that are doctors, because psychiatrists are literally medical doctors. They went to medical school. And then they just took a specialization in psychiatry and, medication for the mind and stuff like that. So a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to see a psychiatrist because they don't really pay no attention to you anyway. They just listening to you to figure out what drugs to prescribe you or whatever. And I mean, to an extent, people are right. Like, psychiatrists are doctors, so they're going to be like, okay, you sound like you might have a chemical imbalance. Let's get something to regulate you. I'm going to put you on these antidepressants. And you should be all right.
You're going to be a zombie.
You might be. Yeah. And the thing about that is, like, okay, and I don't want to ask, let me see how I can ask this question without violating any ethical or FERPA violations or anything. Does anybody know of somebody that has been on medication and the side effects that have come from it?
I've been on anxiety medication and I did away with that shit because I didn't like how it made me feel.
Yeah.
It was creepy, and I was like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, and like I say, I know we want to probably on another episode, like, talk about the effects of, like, ADHD
medicine,
and stuff like that.
Ritalin,
Ritalin and stuff, because I've talked to somebody recently about it, and they said that they had a child.
Don't they have long-lasting problems with that too, Loki?
It's possible.
Yeah, it's a possibility, whatever, but they were just talking about how they took one of their kids' pills, whatever, just to see, and it was like, I took the pill, and I was just super calm, and everything like that. But then when I didn't take it, I was kind of all over the place with my thoughts and stuff like that. So it's kind of like trying to figure out, like, okay, do you become dependent and addicted to, like, the medicine?
Right.
Because if you don't have it, now you wasn't 100% good, but let's say you was 90 to 80% good. But now you're taking the medicine and got off. Now you're working at like 50% because now
on a good day.
Yeah, on a good day, because now you all frazzled because you don't have whatever that medicine was giving you.
I mean, it's possible, and like, I see it with kids all the time. since we talk about ADHD medicines, because I work with a lot of those kind of kids.
Mm-hmm.
But you'll see it with them where they'll kind of start to act different, and you could tell the days that they don't have the medicine because they'd be like a drastic difference on how they act. And then I've had kids where you could tell they're on their medicine because they come into class and they just go to sleep. Like they're so calm that they just sleep all day.
That's like the Atlanta episode with the old girl in the classroom.
Yeah.
It's like he's the one. The teacher's like, "Is this going to be a good day for us?" And
yeah, and that's exactly how them kids be. Like they'll be sleep one day and then the next day they'll be jumping off the wall.
Yeah.
And so like it just depends on the medication. And so what we do with some of those kids, and this is just as an educator, not even as a therapist or whatever. Like with those kids in education, we kind of ask them, if they're on medications or whatever, and then they need to go back. Like if we tell the parent, hey, they've been sleeping all day, and when they say it's because they're on meds, because when they're not on their meds, I mean they off the wall, but they're awake at least.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're like, they go back and talk to get a dosage change.
Yeah.
So they'll go back to their doctor, get a dosage change, and sometimes it works. Like they come to class and they calm, they do their work. Or they don't do their work, but they come to class and they calm. And they not, throwing shit over on the wall and shit. So
yeah, interrupting all the other kids.
Yeah. Like at some point, you got to take the lesser of two evils at one point in there. But like my whole point is like, as far as a psychiatrist, I think it's important to see one if your problems are that drastic. Like if you have anxiety or like real severe depression, because like we talked about last episode, we talked about bipolar. Like bipolar people, they need medication. Like if they have severe bipolar disorder, then they need something to balance them out. But I think that the other part of that statement is correct in the fact that like psychiatrists don't really have the time to sit and have like a lot of sit down conversations with you about, because all they're going to sit down and talk to you about is your medication and what your side effects are. Okay, so how do you feel when you take this med? Okay, are you getting too tired? You feeling groggy? How's your sleep? Has your sleep pattern changed? Like those are the type of conversations you have with psychiatrists because they want to check your medication. If you sit down, a lot of times a psychiatrist will refer you to a counselor or a therapist, and they'll be like, okay, well, once a week I want you to go see this person and come check with me once a month. And then that works out for your insurance too, because your insurance usually gives you, it depends. Some of them give you like 30 sessions a year. So yeah, and those sessions count for your psychiatrist and your therapist. So if you're going to see a therapist once a week, that's 4 weeks out of the month. You might be able to get a full year in there. And then you see your psychiatrist once a month, then you probably won't make a full year. My math is off, but you won't make a full year.
Go ahead. I was about to say, I ain't no math leading nothing, but
I was like, damn, that don't match up. I was like, wait, 4 times 12? That's 48.
You see me looking at you like, that ain't it. That ain't it.
They said, I carried a one.
See, and so like what I do sometimes is, I won't say what I do, but what some therapists may do is that like when you get to your sessions, since they know you only get 30, they be like, okay, you're doing a little bit better now. So how about we start seeing each other once every 2 weeks? How about you start seeing me once a month? Because they're trying to look out for the fact that, I don't want to use up all your sessions from your insurance, because one day if you're having a crisis, you paying out of pocket. And them therapy sessions, like when you really think about it, them was expensive.
That's like with anything though. Like you go to the doctor, if you don't have insurance,
oh yeah,
you paying out the ass to see somebody. So yeah,
I'm telling you, I have insurance and I'm paying out the ass because I
got that deductible too.
Yeah, oh man, I don't even want to talk about the doctor, but yeah. So but the same thing. So like for a session, normally I say if you go to see like a therapist, it depends on if they have a PhD or whatever. But like normally, if you go to see a therapist, your session's gonna run between $100 and $200 per session, like per hour. So with insurance, you might pay a $20 copay. When you run out of insurance sessions, you paying that full $150, $200 when you walk through the door.
Okay, so the way to work that system though is most of those jobs give you that what EAP?
Yeah, EAP give you something.
Run that out first.
Yep.
And then start tapping into your insurance to cover those sessions.
Yeah, because I say EAP, the lowest I've seen is like maybe 3. They'll give you 3 free on your job. Your job will give you 3 free sessions, and then your insurance will cover some sessions. So like if you just really need it, and that's why I hate when people be like, I can't afford to go pay somebody to sit down and listen to me.
Job though, right?
Yeah, everybody got a job, and even Walmart jobs have some sort of EAP program. You know what I'm saying? Where you can go see a therapist or a counselor or something. They'll pay for something.
And it covers for most stuff too, like even relationships and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So run that out first, then tap into your insurance so you can try and save up on the copay that you're going to have.
Because you can go do some family counseling. You go to a family counselor, use your sessions for family counseling. Take your whole family in there one session. Usually we're gonna charge different for family, but still it come out cheaper that way than trying to find a family therapist and pay out of pocket. Because it's gonna cost you like $300 a session to bring your family in there. So
if they go,
and that's family sessions are a trip. Family sessions are a trip, and we're gonna have to have an episode on family sessions. But like family sessions are a trip just because like people don't realize when they are the problem in their family. Because like the person that brings the family in a lot of times,
Usually the issue.
they the problem. But they're like, I want to bring all of them in so they can see what the issues are.
that goes back to that nobody wants to hold up a mirror
Yeah,
to themselves and be like, nah, bruh, you the issue.
that you are the problem.
Yeah, because either they starting something or they enabling everybody else's activity.
Right.
And stuff like
Exactly, because I haven't had it personally, but I've seen in therapeutic sessions where people will come in and they will, say, hey, my daughter has just been really tripping lately, and I just really want to get her some therapy because she's been really doing this and that, like she's been really just going off the walls, blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, so what all is going on? I'll just be doing my thing and blah blah, and my daughter just do this. Like, wait, but. You skipping over what you did.
Hey, what is your thing?
You just brushing that to the side. Nah, that's important. You need that.
That's part of the problem. So that's why like family sessions are crazy because you got to make sure everybody understands that y'all all have an issue in this thing. You know what I'm saying? But I just think one of the biggest thing is I just wish we could fight that stigma, like you said, of if I'm going to therapy or if I'm going to see somebody, I'm crazy. Like you just got.
That ain't it. Like that ain't it at all.
Yeah, I like therapy. I like therapy sessions. Like outside of just being on this side of it, being on the other side of it, like I like venting.
For me personally, I think therapy was the best thing I ever did in my lifetime. Like, cause I was raised a little bit different. We don't really deal with emotions and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. So I had a lot of stuff bottled up for a real long time because it was frowned upon to express anything.
Yeah.
So listen, when my little black doctor, I found over there about the issue. When she, I had my therapy session. Listen, that was like the best thing that could have ever happened to me. And I tell people all the time, listen, you don't know how badly you need it until you go.
Yeah.
And don't let nobody else talk you out of it. Just do it. At least try it one time.
Right. Yeah. You should just walk into it. Just do the intake. Because like what we always start with the intake. And our intake is real basic. We're going to go over your insurance information. We're going to talk to you about, okay, well, what brings you in? And then you can read a person from there. Because I know a lot of people now, that's the other thing about therapy is you might get with somebody that you don't match with. And that may not be the person you need to be seeing. Just because they're a doctor don't mean they know what, like, and they may know what they're doing, but they may not match with you.
They don't know how to treat you.
Yeah, they not, your personalities don't match. Mm-hmm. Like, me personally, I have worked with, white women and black women and I have a couple black males. And then and I think that's why I'm so interested in there because I haven't met anybody like me in this field. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like that's on this level. You know what I'm saying? Because like most of the black males or just males in general that you see in therapy and counseling, well, in counseling in general, they're either older white males, or there's like.
You know what? I take that back. I had an older white man that was pretty cool. He was very much so open-minded.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's why I say like it just takes sitting down with somebody to figure them out. Because I was gonna say like I'm the younger males that I've seen, they're not. They don't mesh with certain personalities. Some of them are like real feminine. Because I've had a lot of males that I met that I've worked with that have just been real feminine. They not even necessarily gay or nothing. They just like feminine men. Like they had a wife and kids and everything. They're just kind of really soft. And I'm not a real soft individual.
No, you are not.
I mean,
you my dog. But nah, fam.
I'm in touch with my emotions, but I'm not the nicest about everything. So, but like I think that it works with some people. Like I think I'm the type of person that works with a certain group of people. That's why I like working with like adolescent black boys because they need somebody that's gonna be like on their level and not gonna be like, oh, sweetheart, like how are you doing? Like I can't do that. I can't.
Give them the perfect amount of sternness, but at the same time,
yeah,
you can come talk to me.
Yeah, you can talk to me. We can be cool, but only so much. You know what I'm saying? Like I've learned to, and I've had like a lot of younger clients too, and I've learned to like be like almost a father figure for some of them because a lot of them don't have male figures, like male adults in their lives like that, and they're not even just black ones. I've had a lot of Hispanic clients, and like they just. And you see them kind of latch on to you because they don't have no male to just latch on to like that. And so, like, I think that that's a role. And like I said, every counselor, every therapist is going to play a different role in your life. So if you find one and the personality don't match or whatever, move on, find somebody else. Get you another session in and then move on.
There's several of them out here.
Yeah, but yeah. So, I mean, any other mental health issues that you want to bring up before we move on out of this?
I guess I'll bring up this point.
Okay.
Like I say, I had my birthday this weekend and stuff. And I guess like when you younger, you feel like, oh, my birthday, you turn 21. Well, in your 20s period.
Yeah.
You turn up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's birthday day, birthday week. We finna party. We finna drink. Where we going?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's how it is for the majority of people and stuff. When you get older or whatever, your birthday hits. Oh, you know what I'm saying? One, you feel blessed to be here because the older you get, a lot of people you know are not here.
A lot of people dead, man.
So you blessed for that, but then you sad in the same instance because you know a lot of people haven't even seen this age that you were the same age with.
Yep.
So that bothers you because I had like a good friend that passed away last year.
Yeah.
That we did a lot of stuff like high school and stuff like that, and that passed away. So you think about stuff like that. You also think, I like to say, in this point, like your 30s, whatever case may be, you start thinking about past, present, and future. Like you wake up on your birthday and be like, what the hell have I done? And stuff, and you try to recall, like to get to and you think about like, where am I at now? Why am I not where I want to be, where I need to be, and stuff like that. So you're just constantly thinking, and then that just brings you to the future part where you kind of like, what do I need to do before this next birthday or this next milestone birthday, whatever, to feel like I have accomplished something.
Yeah.
So he puts you like in a wide range of different emotions of, like I say, you happy, you blessed. So you have your happiness side, but then you go down to the depression side of like what's really kind of going on, whatever the case may be. Then, like I say, you talk to certain people that make you bring you up, talk to some people that bring you down. And it's just like your birthday now to me feels like a roller coaster of emotions, especially if you're not where exactly you want to be.
Yeah.
Because you want to be thankful, but then you also don't want to be content. So, like I say, it plays with your mental health aspect because, like I say, you want to be better, you want to do better, you want to be in a positive place. Like my thing is I always say, like, I don't have to be great in life. I want to be good with a point where I can sit back and I can look at my achievements, hopefully look at family and everything else and be like, excuse me, I'm good with this.
Yeah.
Like, yes, I could have more, but I'm happy where I'm at. I'm happy with what I have. And I'm not in that space yet. So it's no problem to keep being hungry. Cause I think you should always be hungry to advance and get more and get more. Because the more you have, but the more you accomplish, the more you gain for yourself and for the people around you, the more you can leave after. And that's my whole thing is kind of want to leaving something. Like I want to be, like we always talk with, the more information you learn and stuff like that, like hey, black people, y'all really need to get on your insurance, life insurance and stuff like that.
Right.
Stop thinking about the present and be like, well, shit, I ain't gonna see that money. It ain't about you.
You're right.
It's about the people that come after you.
Yeah.
I'm saying putting the wealth back into your family. So, and like I say, just to think about the parts of, like I said, like I don't have a family yet. So thinking about that, leaving a legacy.
Yeah.
And stuff, and what would that legacy be? So, like I say, my birthday, whatever, it has ups and downs, but it just kind of geared me up more that I look at like the next couple of birthdays where I kind of put more pressure on myself to accomplish certain goals and to get to certain milestones. So in the next 5 years, I can look back and be like, okay, I'm this age. I have accomplished this and I'm good with that. Yeah. And anything else I accomplish is icing on the cake, more things like that. But I have pushed myself to be better than I was a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. That I'm always seeing natural progression. And I think that's the only thing you can ask yourself. Like, yeah, it's cool to make certain goals for yourself. And if you don't achieve them, like we talked about before, if you fail, failure is a lesson. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to learn from failure and like bounce back from it. It's never supposed to stop you. So as long as you show progression from the last time you was in this point, like for example, this show, we started off with one single board. I'm saying like 2 microphones, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Now we got like merchandise coming and some other things popping off. So that's what you aspire to be in your life. And that's how you kind of adjust everything to like milestones, goals, stuff like that to steady progress. Yeah. So don't look at your birthday as especially in your 30s, like, oh, this is woe is me type shit, whatever. Just think about it gives you more strength and ambition to be like, what do I need to do next?
And I think that's like a healthy mental space to be in. It's healthy to be in that space just because of the simple fact that, like, I mean, you're young, so you're not old. So it's not like you're reflecting on your life. So you still got stuff to look forward to, but you're old enough to have a past and know what you've learned from. So, I mean, it's understandable that you kind of have this duality in your thought process whenever it comes to, like, your birthday, because at like I said, at one side, you're like, okay, this is what I've done so far. This is what I've learned. So I'm happy about how far I've come. But at the other side, you may get a sort of a sense of depression or anxiety thinking about, okay, but this is all I want to do. And I'm at this point in my life, and this is what I want to do with my life from here. So, like I said, it's you're at a point in life where that duality is going to be normal. Yeah. And so I think everybody in their 30s could kind of just, I mean, we all have that feeling, not even just on your birthday, just on like a regular basis. Because I be at work thinking like that.
30 is approaching around here.
Oh, yeah, you ain't 30.
No.
It's going to hit you like a brick wall.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming in 2 months. What you mean?
It's going to hit you.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Like, oh,
my only thing, though, is my biggest issue is the day that my birthday is on. It's always, my birthday is the anniversary of Katrina and Harvey. So I just be trying not to be washed away. But
oh boy.
Nah, bro. But no, like, that be my thing. Like, I always get depressed because I always think about like all the shit that did happen on my birthday, like all the shit everybody done lost, this, that, and the other, and I be like, but you still here, like you still here for a reason. So that's how my balance normally goes. It be like, all of this shit happened, but you still here. What you gonna do moving forward? Like, it's a reason for that.
It's the duality of life, especially birthdays, because birthdays is like a big step every time. I mean, it always comes. Like, you know, all other milestones.
What you mean? It come every year. You're never going nowhere.
Right. All your other milestones you can hit or miss on, like getting married or having kids, like other milestones like that. But birthday, every year you're hitting that milestone, so you're gonna reflect every year.
Every year, that's what I'm saying. You can think about stuff throughout the year, but when your birthday hit, you be like, what did I do last year for my birthday? Where was I?
Where have I progressed?
Trapped in the house. Trying not to wash away.
Yeah, that's why. That was right after my birthday, because my birthday is
your birthday is the week before mine.
Yeah, so then right after that,
I was just sitting up in this apartment, looking out the balcony, talking about, oh shit, the water coming up. Oh shit, that car gone. I said, oh shit, it's coming up
here. Yeah,
I was stuck. Okay, in my partner house at that. That's that part because my area floods, so I was like, you know what? I need to be somewhere I can move around. Thought I was escaping to somewhere nice. No.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like, take care of yourselves within whatever way that you can, including, you know, getting therapy, all that kind of stuff. Especially like I said, with birthdays, it's a milestone that comes every year, and it's gonna give you a certain feeling. So if you have a feeling and you just need to talk about it with somebody, it helps to have a therapist on standby. You know what I'm saying? So you already have an established connection with somebody.
But you know what the other cool parts of it is? They have all of this stuff that's it's easy access now. Like they got the little app where you can find you a little therapist no matter where you at.
They got the online thing, Talkspace.
Yeah.
All of that. Like it's
I tried to
easy.
do Talkspace. I didn't have enough years of experience. I was trying to get that so easy money.
Bruh.
I'm telling you.
How many years of experience you need?
You have to have at least 3 years of professional experience. I have 2, but I have 2 years of professional experience with the intern license. Mm-hmm. This is my first year of having a fully licensed, and so you have to have 3 years of being fully licensed in order to be a Talkspace therapist. So yeah, but no, I think it's a good app. Like I went through the app and everything, and it's It's legit, man. You shoot text messages to them and do stuff like that. I think having that kind of access to your therapist is kind of lit to me.
Very, because things happen all day.
Middle of the day, you might need to talk to somebody.
Yeah, middle of the day, or you have like a weekend, or you go on a trip or something like that, and some shit happen, you be like, I gotta talk to somebody about this.
Somebody.
You know what? You know what reminds me of that? Y'all remember that movie? What was that? Independence Day, where oh man, y'all ain't gonna remember the scene. I just remember movies.
I probably do too. So
yeah, but like it was the scene where like they were attacking New York, and the dude that worked at the cable station with Jeff Goldblum character. Yeah. He was like, he had that real high pitched voice. He was driving in his car and he was trying to call his therapist, and he was stuck in traffic because the building was starting to blow up and stuff. He was trying to get in touch with his therapist, and they wouldn't put him through to his therapist because
he's on vacation.
He's on vacation in Hamptons. He's like, put me through to his house in the Hamptons. And that makes me think of that every time. Like, you want your therapist to be on call. You want you to be able to talk to them whenever you get a chance. And I think Talkspace is good for that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So there's ways to get a therapist, and that's cheap too, because I think it's like $30 a month. I'm
talking about throwbacks. Or if you don't be like, what about Bob's situation though?
Yeah,
that movie
where he followed his therapist to vacation. It's crazy that like all those things came up in all these movies and things all this time, and we kind of just overlook them. Like, oh, it's just crazy people therapist stuff. Yeah, not like that. That shit's legit. Yeah. Like that'd be a good look to have access to your therapist like that, because you just need somebody that's unbiased that you can vent to. And so I think that's why I think Talkspace and apps like that are good, and they're cheap. Yeah. Like I said, therapist sessions can run you $100 a session at the low end. And so like if you have, you pay them without insurance.
Let's be clear.
Yeah, I say if you have insurance, it costs you $0. You have a $0 copay if your insurance covers. So if you have insurance, look into therapy regardless. But if you don't have insurance, you could always do something like Talkspace where you pay a monthly fee and you have access to a therapist. And I just think therapy is so necessary like that. We're going to move on because, all right, so the next segment is we call it What You Lying About segment.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God, stop you fucking lying.
So in this segment, we discuss basically pop culture events, shit that's on the timeline, on Twitter, that kind of stuff, or just things that have come up. So the first thing we kind of want to go to, and it kind of ties into our whole mental health thing, is this whole 21 Savage and Amber Rose. So what? I'll let you carry this one, Wash. What happened with them?
Okay, now basically, they was in a relationship for about a year or so. You know what I'm saying? 21 Savage was doing his boyfriend duties, I guess. Like he was supporting his woman, like
we asked him to do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like she had a whole...
he was doing it.
She had a whole slut walk, and he had a sign that said, I'm Captain Save a Hoe, and you know what I'm saying? He's really going out there.
He was in there.
But then they broke up. People didn't know why they broke up. She loved him and stuff like that. Then it came out that she cheated on him with one of his partners. And like I say, it sounds like, I'm gonna keep it real, it sounds like some nigga shit.
Yeah, that's some real nigga shit.
But it made me think about some stuff. Like I brought up before off camera or whatever, like the story about like the scorpion and the frog. And pretty much, I'm gonna say the hood version. All right, pretty much the scorpion and the frog. Pretty much they was both at like this lake, whatever. They're both trying to cross. Scorpion was like, you know what I'm saying, scorpion cross the water, you gonna die. So he asked the frog, he was like, hey, you know what I'm saying, let me get on your back. You know what I'm saying, so I can get across the water, whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. Frog like, nah, fuck that. You gonna kill me. You know what I'm saying, if I do that shit. So he said, why would I do it? He's like, no, I'm not gonna do that, whatever the case may be. Why would I do that? It's gonna kill both of us. Come on, my nigga. Let's go ahead and do this. So Frog, like, being a nice frog he was, okay, you know, so I'm gonna go ahead and take you across the river. They get halfway across the river, Scorpion stings him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they both finna die. Frog asks the Scorpion, why did you sting me? Now we both finna die. Scorpion tells him, my bad, but that's my nature.
Yeah, that's who I am.
That's who I am. That's in my nature. And stuff. So it brings me to this Amber Rose thing. Like I said, I don't want to call her just a straight hoe or anything like that.
She calls herself a hoe.
Well, I know she does. But I just feel comfortable like to say, you hoe.
Oh, yeah, I feel you.
But like I say, she's very free spirit with her. And I feel like that wasn't in her nature. Like, it's not her nature to be monogamous.
Right.
It's not her nature to be, when you support a whole slut walk and hey, I embrace sex and my sexuality and all this other stuff. They talk like, I feel like you are a free spirit, like you don't want to be tied down to any social norms. So to get in that kind of relationship kind of aspect of it, it's kind of like that's not who you really are. Even though you say that that's what you want, all of your actions, everything that you've done in your life tells differently.
It don't fit.
So it doesn't fit. So at the end of the day, it's in your nature to be like how you are. So anybody that kind of, it kind of plays with the role. Everybody's talking about, you can't never turn a hoe into a housewife.
That was you took my whole line.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but I don't think that's totally true.
It's not.
Yeah, I don't think that's true.
It ain't true.
I don't think it's true. Let me tell you why I don't think it's true.
Hoes technically, what y'all want to call hoes or whatever, they get wifed every day.
You from Louisiana?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I heard it. No, I'm sorry. I was like, what boy?
Alexandria.
Oh, nah, it's Dallas. It's like, but no, don't take it. Since it's in the middle, y'all got like both. Y'all get both worlds. Because because South Louisiana is like, you know what I'm saying, Houston and Shreveport and stuff is like Dallas. Yeah. It's like, so yeah, I was in the middle. I've been out Alexandria.
But yeah, no.
Like, my fault, baby. But what I was going to say though, like, no, I think that's false. You can't turn a hoe into a housewife because I think all of us have our whole phases.
Oh,
like, everybody, like I said, we all say, oh, you know what I'm saying, we got called hoes in high school, college, whatever case may be, a hoe now. You're like, I think that's just stuff you like to do, whatever. They're just going through a phase and just talking to different people. But then you actually have some people that do whole shit all their life. They've always been like that. That's who they are. And stuff. So I don't ever want to just put that stigma to everybody like, oh, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. Just because that's our definition of a hoe with
I was going to say, it depends on what you call a hoe. Because
that goalpost be moving on what y'all definition
know
is.
What I'm saying?
Because the definition of a hoe changes. Because like if you talking about like Amber Rose type, because she's a hoe to claim the wholeness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like she's like, this is what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're at that point where they're like, this is what I do, I fuck with a bunch of people, then that's fine. That's who you are. But if it's somebody that we just consider a hoe because they fucked somebody we knew or something like that, that's different. Because some people be like, you can't turn a hoe into a housewife. I know her, she fucked what's his name. And she's not necessarily a hoe.
But you like who else she fucked? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But I know she fucked my homeboy. So, you know, she a hoe. He told me she was a hoe. So.
And see, that be the other thing. Or we get called a hoe just because we shot your partner down. Like,
right. Because niggas make stuff up too.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Boy, I done heard some shit about me and I was like, well, where was I? Like, I ain't know nothing about that.
Yeah. Like I said, I had stuff like, somebody asked me like, oh yeah, Alan, because I know you knocked down such and such, you fucked this person. I'm like, no.
Well, yeah, because like your homeboys will lie on you to make somebody else seem like more of a hoe. Because it's like somebody like a girl that I would hang out with or something. Like, yeah, that used to fuck with what's her name. I'd be like, nah. And so they done already told other people, yeah, Jeremy used to fuck with what's her name. They used to be together all the time back in the days. She told you she was a hoe. And I'd be like, nigga, we were cool. I ain't never fuck with her like that.
Yeah,
like, we always just been cool.
But she looking at you stupid.
Yeah, now I'm a hoe ass nigga.
Yeah, you the hoest of hoe ass.
You don't even know what the hell going on.
Yeah, I'm lost.
Oh fuck, nigga.
Yeah, because niggas ain't even lying on their own dick. They lying on mine too. So now everybody fucked up. But yeah, that's why I say like that whole hoe into a housewife thing is real subjective because the phrase is used too much. Hoe is just used too freely. If we stuck to like the
goalpost of that definition moves every day.
Every day. But I mean, and I think that if we actually stuck to like a central definition of hoe, then can't turn a hoe into a housewife would make more sense. Yeah. Like people that are like more accepting of a certain lifestyle. Like I think like, you know, because times have changed. And so like nowadays you can have things like polyamorous relationships and things like that. So a polyamorous person in the old days would be considered a hoe because you say you in love with all these different people you fucking. Like that's a hoe. But nowadays they're polyamorous. They just love a lot of people at one time. You know what I'm saying? So like
they love is not bound to one person.
Right. So you can't really use old phrases like hoe into a housewife because the terminology changed. Mm-hmm. Everything has changed now. But yeah. So I mean the other big thing that happened was Roseanne lost her show. In fact, today, before we recorded this.
Yeah, pretty much. I know.
Yeah. See, here's the thing, though. I can't applaud ABC for canceling Roseanne because y'all knew what that was from jump.
Yeah, Roseanne being racist.
Like, especially when she would post all them little pictures being Hitler and stuff like that. Hey, bro, this not new. It's not nothing new. Whatever she said, it's not new. So I can't applaud y'all because y'all knew what that was when y'all brought that back.
But like I seen somebody post this, and it's exactly how I felt. Is that like they brought her show back because of the dynamic of her show. Her show had that middle white America feel to it, the Trump supporter feel, and so they wanted to show that part of America because they hadn't really been on TV since her show went off the air.
It was the balance of Blackish.
Right. Like, you need the middle white America to balance out this middle class black America that's on TV now. So they put in Roseanne. They knew she was racist. They knew she said some out-of-line shit before. But they were like, well, I mean, she'll keep it calm. And we can just show this side of the country. But why would you do that? Like, if you know that this person is a problem, why would you... And then, like, be like, oh, damn, we didn't know. Maybe we should pull her off the air. Like, nigga, you knew before.
You know who else I got a problem with? Oh, Wanda Sykes. You know, she was one of the writers. Ma'am, you've been knowing what that was.
Well, I can't be mad at her.
No, but you signed on for that. Now, at some point, that whole, well, I mean, a check is a check. No, bruh.
She quit before they canceled the show.
Well,
like a few hours before.
Yeah, an hour before.
Yeah.
But
she knew that was coming.
Well, no, she knew it was bad.
And that's what I'm saying, because she wasn't even she wasn't a writer.
She was a consultant.
Consultant producer, which means that they I think, and like somebody had mentioned this too, and I kind of agree with it too, is that I feel like her job on that show is this too racist? Like when they write stuff, they consult with her and be like, hey, are we going too far? And Wanda Sykes will tell them, yeah, this is too much. Let's change it this way or whatever, because she's just a consultant. So like you said, I feel like I do kind of fault her because she knew, like, you know that your whole job here is to watch for racism. So like, you know that this is a racist ass person. But then at the same time, I can't really be mad at trying to take a producer job either. So, and she's already in the ABC system because she was on Blackish and all those other shows. So that's how she got connected to this, because she's in the ABC system of producers and writers.
Say yes to everything. They do ask you.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. I just can't say that I would say no. So that's why I can't knock her, because I don't know if I would say no.
No, like I say, I don't blame her for the concept. The concept of what they was trying to do. It was like, hey, we have Blackish that's all one way.
Yeah.
So we need a counter for white America, whatever the case may be. And you get people like Wanda Sykes, whatever, to try to balance it out, keep some of the races out, whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
Their biggest issue was, again, talking about what's in my nature. You knew who Roseanne was before you fucked with them.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody else on the show, because they was like even old girl that's on the real, I want to say, not the talk or whatever, Sarah Gilbert.
Yeah, she put that statement out.
Yeah, well, I'm saying she put the statement out, whatever, but she's really like Democrat leftist, whatever.
Right.
It's like that. So it was like you trying to balance out somebody that's like somebody trying to control Trump.
Right.
You know who they is, like, but you going in your best mind, like, hey, we can work it like this, we can work it out. But that person's gonna be who they are.
That's their nature. They're not gonna change.
So for them to even get like a whole season out was miraculous, because she was gonna fuck it up anyway. Like Roseanne was gonna do something to torch it.
Well, see, and the other thing to that is I really am anti-rebooting all these damn shows. Like,
I am too.
Y'all got way too many writers out here that have too many ideas, anything. Why you have to bring it up? If you wanted to even have a show to balance that, give one of them new writers a chance. Like, bring something new to the table.
I'm sure somebody has presented a show, like a whole show,
Sure.
pilot and everything. They presented it to y'all already. But y'all like, you know what? Nah, let's bring back Murphy Brown. Like that.
Hey, I already told you earlier. You can get off from the show.
Hey, no.
Wings. You can get off of Wings.
Wings is a boring ass show, man.
I forgot all about Wings.
Wings, Murphy Brown,
when you
Cheers.
When you had no choice but to watch.
Cheers was my shit though. Okay?
Yeah. I was like, Norm. I was like, you had no choice but to watch that ABC lineup, like on certain nights.
Dog, I would turn my TV off when Step by Step came on.
Are you fucking?
What?
I'm not playing with you.
That was my shit.
Family Matters, and what else was on TGIF? Family Matters and Full House was on there.
Yeah, it was Full House, Family Matters, and then Step by Step.
There was another show. There was like 4 shows.
Mm-hmm. It was a back-to-back lineup.
Yeah, because I remember they did the whole Disney crossover.
Yeah.
When I went to Disney World.
But they didn't bring back Family Matters though.
You ain't fuck with Step by Step though?
I mean, I watched it sometimes, but usually when I heard that music come on, I'd be like, it's time to turn the TV.
Day by day.
Yeah, I know the whole song and everything, but I'm just like, it ain't my favorite. Yeah, because the song was jamming. That Step by Step song used to jam. But I'm saying, like, they won't give nobody a chance to bring up new shows. I mean, the few new shows they have keep going away. Like Carmichael show gone. I'm surprised Marlon came back.
Yeah, I am surprised about that. I seen that.
They have season 2 coming from Marlon. I was like, I thought they had canceled it. That Marlon coming back though, so I'm happy for that. I mean, that's one black show that's surviving. So
Carmichael show actually really good.
It was so good.
No, that was a great show. I'm really mad that they got
because they touched on a lot of stuff people don't want to talk about.
Everything, like literally everything, and it wasn't just necessarily like sugarcoated. Like sometimes Blackish tries.
That's what I was gonna say, because Blackish does it, but they sugarcoated a lot, and Carmichael show was not sugarcoating anything. So I don't know. Y'all watch Grownish too?
Yes.
I watch
That's
Grownish.
machine.
I haven't really watched it.
What you got to like some of the shit.
It's all right.
We didn't necessarily experience. You be like, I don't know about that. But some of it, you be like, I done been in that predicament.
Yeah,
I understand it.
The only thing I don't like about Grownish is like, I guess, well, maybe I'm not in the world like that anymore. Like to where like I know the young people world is different now. To where like they deal with a lot of like trans and gay type issues and all that kind of stuff. Like I know that those issues come up because I work in a school, so I see it all the time. But like they do it like overt, like a little bit more than normal. Like it's like everywhere you turn, it's like something going on, like a drastic change in the world is happening every 2 seconds. And I'm like, it don't really happen that often. Like that's something I don't like about it. But I think they just try to address. But they're doing
like a time lapse too.
Yeah, I would say they're trying to address everything, and so it a lot of stuff comes up, and I'm like, damn, this shit is not that common. Like the world is not that rough.
When she got her little heart broke by the little boy Cash, listen, I felt that. I was there in the dark room. Me and at that time, all the vodkas was looking like, okay.
Get drunk.
But like I say, it's just but like they do deal with like a lot of stuff like that. Like I said, thinking about when we was at PV. Yeah. Like a lot of stuff that kids deal with at PV, you go to PV now, you be like, that they doing, so they dealing with, like, you can deal with
we ain't had a problem.
Like I say, the whole
but like the social media aspect alone is something.
That's crazy.
It's something different. Like I said, like the whole homosexual aspect of it. Like we didn't give a shit back then.
Yeah, you didn't care.
But you knew exactly who were. There's like 2 or 3 main people.
Yeah.
That you had at the school. Whatever. Everybody like, hey, everybody knows Chanel.
Everybody knew who Chanel was, and everybody had a problem with it. Like niggas was cool with Chanel. Like it wasn't no problem.
Yeah.
But like now it's like it's an overt thing that we're like, you have to address it. And like we didn't have to address it. We knew. Like it wasn't a surprise to anybody.
No question.
Like
but it is a culture shock.
I wanted that little dog.
I say it's a culture shock because like I say we actually went to when we was at Prairie, we actually went to an actual HBCU.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't HBCU.
Yeah, it was like really.
Prairie's not HBCU.
Yeah, it was really all black.
Prairie is a rainbow coalition.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? With some extra rainbow, you know.
Yeah,
but because like I say, it's just a whole demographic where I was like, oh shit, there's like a whole clique of white kids in the band. Like I'm saying, I ain't see that shit. I was there and
they got flock together back then because
you know what I'm saying. It was like you knew this and that, but now it's like. Everybody used to see so much like diversity and color, which is great.
I mean, it's good.
I feel and I understand that, but I can say it's a culture shock because people like, this is not the school I went to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Major difference.
You know what I'm saying? So it makes you kind of open your eyes to things with it because it's like, and like you're saying, stuff that we used to do and say and go about it, nothing to us, but some of those same things get did and said. Oh my God, they finna ring the alarm and shit, and all kind of crazy shit going on.
Yeah, because I'll admit, like, my first time seeing Chanel, like, my sister was already there, so like I had gone to like a football game and I seen him there, and I was like, oh okay, I thought it was a girl, and my mom was like, nah, I was like, all right, and then like so when I got there, I was like, all right, I ain't never, whatever, but like it was always like you don't really address it. And it was always just kind of there. But like I think that these newer shows kind of they want to make sure that they address it so that it's not a surprise that you get there because everybody don't react the same. Mm-hmm. And so they're trying to quell the reactions of like the extreme people. Because some people react to that and be like, man, because niggas like that.
Oh no, you had like I said, I came to be like I said before, with your sister, right? Your sister time and stuff. So like I said, we knew the Chanel. We knew Tommy who dressed like AKA. Mm-hmm. And always wearing pink and green.
Yeah.
So we
It
knew
was before my time.
we knew like I said, I was in the last year of alumni or whatever before the MSC came, and you had Delicious that worked in with the food and stuff like that. But everybody knew who you was. Everybody was cool.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And you had those dudes that came out there trying to be too hard and shit. Probably the main ones that was living that kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, because they started coming out with like download shit going on between some of them.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, but I'm like, but everybody was cool. I said, but you knew certain people, whatever. Everybody respected everybody. But now, like you say, everything now is just like in your face.
Yeah, because it's like you have to be at one end of the spectrum now. And so like they want to try to, like I said, with these shows, just to kind of tie it all back together, with these shows, they try to address all ends of the spectrum so that like they feel like if we address all ends of the spectrum, then it's going to make us come together and be great and unified or whatever. But like it doesn't always work. Like for the whole Roseanne situation, like I understand you want to bring in this whole idea of, well, let's see what their side is saying. And then, like, they do racist shit. And then, like, now you fuck. Because, like, you brought all this attention to it and be like, oh, well, now I got to backtrack and be like, oh, I can't believe that they're doing these things. Like, nigga, you know.
But ABC, like I said, ABC had to get rid of it because ABC was already catching heat that they cut the episode of Blackish.
Oh, yeah.
For the kneeling. But then Roseanne did an episode where she had Muslim neighbors.
Yeah, I saw that.
Which lucky was like a play on the Carmichael show where they had them.
Yeah, they had Muslim neighbors too.
Yeah, so it's like you can do that. That's perfectly fine. You have an episode like that, but then don't have something that can be kind of sensitive and racially charged like that. But then you can talk about the kneeling, which is something that is really prevalent now more than ever. So,
yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a lot to deal with, and everybody's trying to unpack everything kind of at the same time. And yeah, I just hope that they find a better way to address it. And like we said, maybe bring in some new shows, bring in some new writers. The young writers, I think, really need some more exposure. They need a chance. And I actually listened to this podcast. It's called Black Men Can't Jump in Hollywood, which they just kind of do movie reviews over like black movies or whatever. But they were talking about how, you know, they young writers and young producers, young directors aren't really getting that much of a shot, and there's a lot of them really good out there. Because they were talking about how John Singleton was like he's like 22 when he did Boys in the Hood, and then they were talking about how like Ryan Coogler was really young when he started directing, and like when you give and they were actually in the same directing program. They went through the same program, you know, in different eras, but like they were saying, like a lot of young producers, directors, writers just aren't getting shots like that, and like. They really should. Even like these TV shows, they're rebooting shows that, I mean, they put writers on them, but I mean, you have writers out there that have created entire shows already. Don't just put them on the writing team for some show you already done before and let them get their shot.
Low-key, that's why I fool with Issa Rae like that, because she'd always be like, well, I'm finna have everybody on here that don't nobody know.
Right.
These are my partners, but this is what they do. They're good at what they do.
Well, it's the Adam Sandler model.
Yeah.
The Seth Rogen model.
Seth Rogen, Adam Sandler.
They all have their own clique that everybody is in every movie that you giving everybody a shot to stand on to shine in different roles.
Spike Lee. Spike Lee.
It was, like for us, but that was Spike Lee. Like I say, you have to have like that person that comes out and be like, I have a crew and a clique of people I fuck with, and I'm gonna add on here and there, but we gonna make it. Yeah, we gonna make it.
This is my group, and I mean, and John Singleton did it too because he did Boys in the Hood, and like when they did Friday, you had a lot of the same people in Friday. Like you had Ice Cube, you had Nia Long coming back for that and doing those kind of things. Like you try to keep those groups together, try to bring people up. Like what they call on that podcast, they call them classes. You have a class of people. And you want all of them to come up at the same time. Like there was a class of people in the 90s with like Morris Chestnut and them all doing those movies like The Wood and The Brothers. All those movies came out at the same time. And so, like, all of that class of people came up together, and I think that they should really just concentrate on that. Try to keep, you know, them young people together and, you know, bring these shows up. And because you can address all them issues, but make sure that people are getting exposure at the same time so we can make something happen.
Yeah, like I say, not to go to the same old, like you say, same old reboots, same old retread of people, whatever the case may be. We got to do something different.
Well, that's real. I was going to go into this whole pre-dating situation, but I guess I'll skip.
We're
not gonna talk.
Man, go ahead and get into it. We got time.
Okay, we're gonna do it real quick. We over an hour already. But
man, I had to really love you or something.
I know what the fuck.
Yeah,
I'm trying to get real pissed off. But
You got the choke over there.
fighting the air and shit. But yeah, okay. So one of the things that came up on Twitter, and so we just gonna go long today, fuck it. So one of the things that came up on Twitter was this whole idea of a pre-date, and this actually come up a few times on there, and so like it just came up this time because like somebody exposed some text message or whatever. But it has come up a lot. But this idea that you want, like, and it's a young folk idea, I guess, because I never really heard of it before, and that's how I feel like I'm old, because I'd be like, this is some young folk shit.
But we're raised different too. Like, we don't invite strangers to our house like that.
Okay.
And like how that text message was sent up is kind of like they wanted to go kick it at the house. You don't know nobody.
Right. Okay. So basically, the text message went like this for anybody that hasn't seen it or read everything. But basically, the dude was texting this girl and was telling her that like he wanted to have a chance to have a little hangout time before they actually went on a date, because he knew some of his friends that went on dates with women and they felt like they wasted time and money going out with them because they didn't really click like that. So he wanted to spend some time with this woman before they actually went out on a date, so that they could figure out if they click, so they could decide if they should really go on a date. Which, like I said, that seems like young to me, because the way we came up, the date is when you got to know somebody. Yeah. Like that was the whole point.
But we talked on the phone and stuff too. So.
That too. And so like we had to have a full conversation beforehand.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they got FaceTime. Huh? They just FaceTime each other.
Okay.
Like that'd be the easiest thing to me. Like, and the thing is, I see people FaceTiming all the time.
Bro, you still have the show Catfish out here. So what does that tell you? that FaceTime.
My camera's broke. It's been broke for like 7 years.
No, I've never understood. Like after the first Catfish season, like after that, like everybody else is just stupid. Like all the rest of y'all just dumb.
Especially when they start showing on the show that you can go to like take somebody's picture and go to Google Images searches and see where the picture pops up.
Yeah.
You be like, that's not her.
You know what? And I got catfish one time before, like way back. Way back in the day. Like, this is, well, I say way back. It was like 2004.
Yeah, that everybody didn't have a camera phone at that time.
Right.
Either.
And so like this person I hit up, it was off of like some, it was one of them, like, yeah, I guess it was a chat room or something. I guess that's what it was. I was at PV like freshman year, so this is 2004. Yeah. And so like they had sent me all the information. Like back then you had what was the social network back then? Black Planet. I was on Black Planet.
I knew somebody got catfish though. Now I'm gonna say that next.
Yeah, I was on Black Planet. This girl was telling me her name. She showed me her page. And then she told me, and like some of her she was checking out, but everything wasn't quite clean because like her pictures, the only pictures I saw of her were like some modeling pictures. Yeah. And I'm like, these are some interesting modeling pictures, but it don't. Like you don't have no school pictures, like, and she was supposed to be like a Zeta at University of Louisville and all that kind of stuff, and I was like, okay, but and like her name came up on the registry and everything, like so the name checked out, but the name didn't match the pictures to me, and so I kept asking her about it. She got real pissed about it, and then we never talked again. I was like, what you get so mad for? I just wanted to see if you were the same person. So that's when I realized that wasn't the same person, man.
Catfishing, man. Like I say, I knew somebody that pulled a catfish stunt on somebody. Nigga, if you listen to this, you know what I'm talking about. And stuff like that.
You know it's you, nigga.
You know it's you, nigga, because it was really fucked up.
Yeah.
They basically catfished this dude. But when you came in 04?
Yeah, I came in 04.
Yeah, so this was 03, I want to say.
Okay.
Yeah, they catfished.
Oh, I've heard this story.
Yeah, they catfished the dude, whatever, on Black Planet. Basically told him, like, hey, you know, send the girl, whatever. He's falling in love on the internet and shit. Sending pictures.
Mm-hmm. It happens every day.
Very provocative pictures of himself to this person. So a group of dudes that was catfishing him. They're like, oh, she really seen the shit. So
Johnson.
So the Johnson pictures. You know what I'm saying? Dome
Johnson.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Get old dome shot. But yeah, basically, they tell him one day, whatever, like, hey, you know, come to the fountain. And you know, so we're gonna meet up, this and that. Yeah. So he got dressed up. You know what I'm saying?
On his good clothes.
Dressed to the nines. Had a nice little bouquet of flowers and stuff. No. And he went to the fucking fountain, and everybody started catching on. It got around, and everybody's like kind of went to the fountain, kind of like stayed in the background.
They wanted to see.
Make sure out there. And when he got out there, he was waiting, and nobody showed up. And then somebody yelled out talking about that's what fucked up. Somebody yelled out talking about, yeah, you stupid ass, you got catfish or whatever like that. that girl is fake. April Fool, motherfucker, this and that. And everybody bust out laughing. That was
everybody. Fuck that. I fought everybody.
Dog, y'all are some fucking bullies.
I didn't do it. That's something about that. Because at that time I was a CA, I said, y'all did that shit for real? They was like, yeah. They're like, we were so scared.
That's real life cyberbullying right there.
I fight everybody.
Oh,
still. Matter of fact, every time I thought about it, I was pulling up on
because he came back to the door to UC with a knife talking about where the picture's at.
Because he had his Johnson out there. Y'all got his Johnson out there just playing.
Say, goddamn, man.
Everybody got it down.
And everybody's at P around time. You already know what I'm talking about. That's really fucked up.
Yeah.
Like I say, because now when you look at it, that was funny then. But that shit was to happen right now, that shit could go so fucking left.
Oh, yeah.
In so many ways.
That's what I'm
real
saying.
talk. Everybody would be dead.
People dead. People expelled.
Oh, yeah, because that's real life cyberbullying. Before they knew what cyberbullying was, that's what that is. But I mean, but I think kids, like now, because there's just too much technology to still be getting catfished. But I still don't see a reason to have a pre-date before you go on a date. Like
it's not now, and low key, it's basically what it boils down to is either the dude ain't got no money, but you don't have to go on an expensive first date either. Y'all can just go chill out. Like we were having this conversation earlier. You can go Starbucks, go have some coffee, like go have a drink, like whatever, and then figure out if y'all want to go on a date later on. But these dudes, these snubber, they be wanting to smash.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, and we kind of had this conversation already. Dudes on the internet, especially like dudes on Twitter and things like that, like a lot of them don't know how to go about getting to that point of just smashing, because it's not hard to do.
It's not. We grown. You had this conversation. The girl who you pursuing might be down for the cause too. Be like, you know what? I don't want all the extra. Let's just, we grown, make this happen and keep it moving.
Yeah, but like we were saying, it was like they don't have conversations with females. So like, other than on the internet, they don't talk to females. So when it comes time to actually talk to a female, they're like, well, I don't know what to do. Should I go on a date with her? What if I can't talk to her? Nigga, talk to her first. Like, call her.
Yeah, have a conversation.
Y'all should have been talking on the phone for at least a couple weeks before you even spend some money anyway. Like, if you're really trying to save money. Because I understand that part of it. That's why I say when I read it the first time, I was like, I feel dude, but I don't feel him. Because, like, I feel him on saving the money because, like, I hate to waste money too. But
again, if y'all going to, like I said, like, y'all go to a little coffee spot, not necessarily Starbucks or nothing like that, but just somewhere where y'all out in public, but y'all ain't gotta have dinner, nothing like that.
Yeah, you ain't gotta have no $200 date. You just gotta.
Yeah, I'm about to say our first date, you ain't gotta meet at Fogo de Chao.
Yeah, talking to Nobu first date.
Taking to Nobu first date, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like that. Like I say, shit, you ain't even gotta go to Papa Do's first date, whatever. Just go to something, a little bar, or something like you say, a little coffee shop or a little tea spot, and just post some shit up.
Have conversation.
And the funny thing is, like I said, one thing is niggas ain't, like, dudes haven't been talking to a lot of females, so they're uncomfortable talking to them. The other thing is, dudes ain't, like, really experienced anything in the city, because there's a lot of places to go that don't cost anything or cost very little, and it's great date spots. Like, you don't spend Groupon.
Nick,
I Groupon the shit out of a date.
Nick,
I would Groupon the shit out of a date.
Nobody want to look at that.
We just went bowling the other day for like $20.
You saying Groupons this shit.
Like because I live that life. What you mean?
No, you live that life. That makes you a great woman.
Yeah.
But there are other women that people talk to and be like, this nigga made a Groupon date, whatever. Girl.
And them little women, you just leave alone. Because
don't cause no drama, just cut them out.
But then that goes back to like people nowadays dealing with shit. Like, we grew up, hey, shoot your shot, keep shooting, whatever case may be. You know what I'm saying? A lot of dudes
miss 100% the shots that you don't.
Yeah, and a lot of dudes shoot shot now. They get hit with that kind of shit. And then now you blast all internet and all kind of other shit. Whatever case may be. Like, cause a lot of men have always been insecure.
Yeah,
even more now.
Yeah, very much so. Because like you've been hiding behind the screen for so long, you got to be insecure. I mean, when you come out to the open, it's like, I'm not sure how to handle this. Like, I've been talking to you behind the screen for so long or whatever.
Like I said, we the Sims. Yeah. The Sims in real life. We all avatars.
All you got is your Abby. Your Abby is all that matters.
Avatar fine as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Meet you in person, like, what the fuck? You're not your avatar.
It's crazy meeting people in person that you don't know.
I thought you were like a sexy deer.
I'll be like, I'm fat and I'm tall. And then they see me and be like, bro, I was expecting something totally different.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to, give you the worst
Yeah.
So when you
So
see me,
you be
you be
happy.
like, right.
I met somebody like, you don't look like yourself. I was expecting a sexy deer to pop up. Yeah, look at you. You know what I'm saying? Like, because filters nowadays are fucking people. That's right.
I mean, you just gotta come to the understanding.
Here's my thing with filters. That be so stupid to me. Okay, some of them, yeah, they clear your skin out, this, that, and the other. But ain't nobody walking around with a whole fucking thing of stars around their head all the damn time. We're not animals all the damn time.
But see, you live in the real world.
Yeah.
So you see in this fantasy world, a lot of people
all
live
I see
in.
is your Snapchat.
All I see is your Snapchat, whatever, and that little star picture. Yeah, she fine, whatever. Not knowing, like, and you know in your mind, hey, that filter is enhancing her, right? But their mindset is so much that, hey, she looks good, and I want to talk to her, this and that.
And then you see people in person and they don't look like it. So now you like turned off, but you like, but it's because, like we said, they haven't been in the real world like that. They've done so much in the internet, Snapchat, Twitter world that like now.
Cash money shit on the internet. You see them niggas in person, they quiet as a mouse.
You can't use an emoji in person.
Right.
So.
Or a gift.
Yeah.
Niggas love to talk.
You gotta be able to talk for real once you get in front of everybody, man.
Yeah. They be quiet as a church mouse though, or even won't even say nothing to you. If y'all be in the same setting and then later up, like a hit a DM or something, be like, I seen you at
hey, was that you at
was that you walk right by you, look at you and keep walking.
Yeah.
They be like,
now low key, I feel like you weak and now I'm finna block you up out of here. Like,
hey, you was at such and such spot, man. You looking good, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to come mess up your flow. You know
yeah,
exactly.
Hey, nigga, I used to do that too. Like back in the day, long time ago.
If I talk to you like that, whatever, I would approach you, whatever. But if we just really ain't talk like that, I'm not really finna just approach you like that.
Right, like
to me, that's on some creepy shit.
And I
seen you on
and that's a whole nother topic because like I have this thing about approaching people like especially like Twitter shit because like especially if I don't know your real name because I hate when people like approach me and don't know my real name. And so
I think it's funny with girls though because we don't have that problem. Like we might not know nobody else's name, and it just be like, hey,
yeah.
I finally see you in person, girl, you cute. Or whatever.
I mean, like sometimes you meet people and they cool, and like I met with people and like, hey, I follow you, and I follow you. Hey, yeah, I follow you too. Whatever, that's cool. That's what's up. Like I never met you in person. I'm meeting you in person now. We good. But like when like people come up to you, be like, hey, you're a hit dog out, and I follow you on Twitter. You said this and that like 3 weeks ago, and I'm like, yeah. I mean, I did. I don't remember. I just be. I don't be thinking about what I'm tweeting. I just be on there because I'm bored. Like,
we're trying to get you out. You be like, okay. It's like I know Ashley said she gets that.
Yeah.
People like, yeah, you that girl on that podcast. She's like, okay.
Yeah. Like, what are you supposed to say to that?
Yeah.
Like, all right. That's what's up.
And you listen. Appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Listen again next week.
Yeah. We'll see you next week, buddy.
Yeah.
But let me round this thing out, man.
We have a good conversation.
It is good though. All right, so
I'm about to say, people, if you ride in the car, you go on the trip, you want to listen.
Yeah.
And other podcasts be like 2 hours long. Just depend on the content what they talking about.
We got some good content today though. All right, so we're gonna close it out real quick. Just and we can have a short discussion on this too because this is kind of important. So this is the Woosah segment.
Woosah.
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 And so for the Woosah segment today, we're gonna kind of talk about substance abuse, and it kind of came to my mind probably because I was drunk all weekend. Like I was drunk from Friday till Monday, like literally Friday to Monday. I was drunk just because like I had all these events to go to. Like I said, that graduation party we were drinking. Man, we got wine drunk out at Motown Review because like man, I just bought a whole bunch of them little bottles and was just tanking them hoes at the Motown Review. And then like Sunday, I went to that thing downtown. They had a bar, and had to get some drinks to the bar there, and then went to watch the Rockets game. I was drinking Crown out there too, and I'm like, man, I've been drunk all 4 days, and it made me think like, substance abuse is a real issue.
Very much so.
I'm not considering myself an alcoholic, but I'm just saying like I realize that it is an issue for some people. Like I even at the end of this weekend, I was like, damn, I need to calm down. Like I gotta take it slow for the next. I think I'm gonna kind of chill for like the next month.
Mm-hmm.
And so like after that, it kind of like it gave me that idea because actually substance abuse does come up because we've discussed before about diagnosis and stuff being the DSM-5. Substance abuse is actually in there. So like people deal with different things, depression, anxiety, shit. Even people that have like chronic illnesses like bipolar and things like that, they abuse substances. Because we talked about what was that show we were talking about?
Shameless.
Shameless. You watch Shameless? Shameless is a great show.
I'm a thought though, because I listened to the podcast and I was like, this shit sound real interesting.
Yeah, no, Shameless is a good show. And I'm gonna tell you why I like Shameless, and it's kind of racist, but I'll tell you why. Why I like Shameless. I like Shameless because it shows terrible white people, like drug addicts, robbing people, drug dealing, selling guns and drugs, and like it's hood white people.
So kind of like Sons of Anarchy, but on a more
it's more
normal.
like yeah, it's just a family. This is like that. It's a deadbeat dad, drug addict mom, but these kids are like selling drugs.
The stereotype would be like this is a normal black family.
Yeah,
that's
like,
how they would view.
Yeah, like how they do us all the time. That's how this show is for white people. And I'm like, wow, this is crazy to see terrible white people.
I might crank that up.
Yeah, so I like it for that. But one of the things is that the reason mom was addicted to drugs was because she was bipolar, and so like people really get and I've seen people transition into harder drugs. And it's crazy to watch that kind of shit happen, like to where people are like, I just like to drink a little bit. I smoke some weed and it's cool. I mean, because some people can control it, and that's good. Like, I mean, because I'm not knocking nobody's vices.
Everybody got one.
Everybody got one.
We got to deal with this adulting shit. I'm going to keep bringing this up. Adulting is a scam.
Yeah, it sucks. Sometimes life sucks. And I mean, sometimes you want to deal with it. Now, it's not the healthiest way to deal with it, but I can't judge you for your unhealthy habits. But once it gets to a point where it's like, an abuse situation, like to where like because some people smoke a lot of weed and it'd be like I'm just not getting high enough to handle my problems anymore. So then they're like, okay, right, they can't function, or they're like, I need an even better experience because like this is helping me, but now my problems are getting worse. So let me see what else I can do, and then they up it to like they take a lot of pills, they on oxy, they on I've seen people doing Molly. You know what I'm saying? Cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just keep progressing because they're like, I need a better high.
Yeah, I too. Like on that white horse. Get some of that booger sugar.
I was about to say.
You keep chasing it.
Introduce the booger sugar into.
And, like, if you ever talk to, like, drug addicts, and that's why I want to bring this up, because, like, as far as therapy and things go, when you go to counseling, when you talk to drug addicts, a lot of them will tell you that the first time that you get high on a drug is the best feeling in the world.
And you can't get it back.
Yeah.
And they spend it trying to chase it.
Every time after that, you chasing that high. So like, okay, let's say I did heroin one time, and they like, they smoked it, smoked black tar heroin.
You really gonna kill yourself.
And they like, okay, that was cool, but like, I just wanted to come a little bit faster this time, so I'm gonna start shooting it up, and then they, you know what I'm saying?
And I can say that I'm gonna speak from my own personal experience. Not with no black tar heroin.
Yeah,
but like I have, like I say, we real on this podcast and shit. Like I said, I've tried ecstasy before.
Yeah,
and that is one of the best fucking feelings I've ever felt in my life.
I've heard.
Like I say, you feel like I told somebody, I said, we was in the club one time, and I popped one, whatever, and I felt like I was like, yeah, first off, you feel like whatever you say works, because I was talking, me and my partner, whatever, we talking to like all the different females, whatever, and everything worked.
Yeah.
Like that's the most numbers I had got and everything else, whatever. I'm just like, I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Music going, you just in that mug. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that mug with a towel and shit. They playing the whole Louisiana mix and shit. And I'm in that whole off the chain. I'm like, shit, I'm having my people and shit. Let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I went to the restroom. And I told my partner, I'm gonna go to the restroom. I'll be back. And like I turned around and it was like the scene from Malcolm X. You know, he was floating on the sidewalk. I was born by the river. I'm just like, and I feel like I was just floating. And then I got to the restroom, like, oh shit, I'm here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, what the fuck? But the feeling was like so fucking great. But I'm a person that I don't have that kind of addictive behavior.
Right.
So I'm like to myself, anything that feels this good, something gotta be wrong with it.
Right. And
I felt the wrong for me. Like, I know how it feels to detox.
Yeah.
Like, you put something like that in your body, whatever, the next day, whatever, any noise you hear sets you off. You know what I'm saying? You just feel like, I'm not sick, but I just feel like death. Like, I don't want to be bothered, whatever the case may be. So, like I say, I've had that experience. So I understand when people be trying to search for that high. And that can be a scary thing if you don't have self-control in yourself to be like, nah, I'm good on this.
Yeah.
And I was like, everybody, like I say, can try one like this. So I always talking about how weed is a gateway drug. And everybody's tried it, whatever. I know some people that's very dependent on weed that feel like they can't fucking function.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They got all different.
Liquor too.
Yeah, liquor too. They got all different kinds, stuff like that. When it comes to drinking and smoking, whatever, I don't have to smoke, and I really have to drink. Because that just doesn't fully do it for me. But like you're saying, some people are just really dependent. They keep searching. You basically just steady. It's like adrenaline junkies, like they do skydiving or whatever. I gotta do some kind of bungee jump because skydiving ain't doing it for me no more. Yeah. And like I said, that's just addictive behavior. That chase that you have in life can really bring you down a very dark path if you let it. So you gotta kind of know when to stop yourself or seek help to stop yourself.
Yeah, and I want to end it with this. Just the idea that as far as substance abuse goes, a lot of times when we're treating people that have addictions, like you're talking about, a lot of those people have like addictive tendencies. So what you try to do is kind of get them into like different habits. Yeah, you get them something else to be addicted to. Yeah, because even me, like I used to drink a lot, and I mean I still drink quite a bit now, but like I don't drink as much as I used to.
We getting old, bro.
Yeah, we know. I used to drink and I used to eat a lot. So like, but when I lost weight initially, like I know that I don't really have an addictive nature because I don't never get stuck on anything, but I know that I develop habits. So when I wanted to really lose weight, like I made it a habit to like my routine had to be to go to the gym at a certain time every day. And every time I did that, I didn't want to do anything else. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't eat, I wouldn't get drunk, none of that. So I was good. And so like a lot of times when you deal with people that have substance problems, like you need to they need counseling, so they need to seek help. And so they need somebody to help walk them through like what's causing them to be addicted to this. What are they trying to get away from? What are they chasing? All of that kind of stuff that kind of, you know, it plays with your mind to where like you feel like you have to be on something. And so like you try to find them somewhere else to put that energy. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that everybody, if you know somebody that has a substance abuse problem, or even if you yourself know that you have to have something in order to function, like weed, alcohol, or even hard narcotics, especially hard narcotics, because like you said, detoxing from hard narcotics is hard. Or the other thing people don't know is that the most deadly thing to detox from is alcohol. Like, because when you have a serious alcoholic, they have to be hospitalized because, like, if you're coming down off of alcoholism, your body will shut down and die. Yeah. Like other drugs, like sometimes it has real bad come down, like in detox and withdrawals are really bad, but withdrawals from alcohol are actually like one of the worst. And so you will die from trying to come back from alcoholism. That just tells you how bad alcohol is for your body when you have too much of it like that.
Oh, well, shit. Well, like I said, when you have that person that drinks so much alcohol, and you can smell it to their pores.
Right.
And stuff. Like, have you had that?
Homecoming tends to happen like that.
I'm about to say the face that you just made, just kind of like, oh my God.
Well, because that be me every homecoming.
Yeah, I say the day after homecoming, I'll be alcohol.
Yeah, I remember homecoming, like that was the year my back was all messed up. And I was so drunk. And I just remember making it to Hobart. And I just sat out in front of Hobart like for 30 minutes by myself. Because I couldn't make it no more. Like I was just that drunk.
I believe it, man.
That's it, though. It's the only time I ever smell like liquor. I promise you. If y'all run into me and liquor is pouring out for me, it's homecoming.
It's homecoming. That's the time that I'm really just...
we're going to be turned up this year. Wow. We have the RV and everything.
In the RV, let's go.
I'm coming by get a plate.
Oh, yeah. We
got to get a plate, get some barbecue, all of that, man.
Oh, because we cooking. We got dirty rice and everything. Barbecue. I'm not bullshitting.
You're speaking my language now.
Well, come get your plate.
I'm going to put some plate too.
I'm going to come early later.
But, yeah, so we're going to get out of here. Real quick, before we get out of here, Danetta, you want to give your contact information? You want some contact information?
I mean, y'all can. Let's see. I got an Instagram. I fool with every now and again. My Instagram name is MzDeeDei, but I'm a nigga. So it's spelled MzDeeDei.
Mm-hmm.
So that's sassy.
but did you hear that tone change too? I was getting boys in. My Twitter is just call me Miss. MS though, not MISS. Yeah, y'all don't need to find me on Facebook. So there's that.
Yeah. Facebook is different. That's like for family.
Yeah, that's it. Pretty much.
All right, well, man, Wash, you got anything else before we get out of here?
No, I think that's it. So, as always, we hope you laughed a little, learned a lot, and hopefully we helped you find a remedy to what has been ailing you over this past week.
Yeah.
This is What's the Remedy Podcast.
I fucked up and I didn't even put my tag at the beginning. Oh, well. I don't even care.
Hey, we out.
Mama said you better be home. When them street lights on, hey, when the street lights on, hey, when the street lights on, they ain't doing nothing but wrong. When them street lights on, hey, when the street lights on, cause when the street lights on,